Gabe, I do not mean to be rude, but is it not strange that Pastor Pete has children cleaning the bell tower?
Pastor Pete has had us decorate the church for Christmas, manage bake sales, and even do his taxes. He has a lot of faith in motivated kids. Whew!
Well, then I am flattered to be here. But I am glad that we are done.
And nothing weird happened. You'd be surprised how often... Oh, no.
Did you break the doorknob, Gabe?
Yes. But it's all right. We'll just call for help. Help! Help! No problem. Someone will look for us when we don't come home.
Except my parents believe that I'm at Mimi's house to sleep over. But Mimi does not yet know they give me permission.
And I told my parents I would be staying at Leo's to help with his anti-gravity boots. Whoa! Whoa! Ah! Whoa! Gabe! Do you have your phone?
It is in my bag in the Sunday school room, next to your bag.
Which has my phone in it. Okay, we're trapped.
And now the sun is going down.
Oh, I know what we can do. We're in a bell tower. Let's ring the bell. I think this mechanism is what does the trick.
Oh, yes, that is a great idea. Someone will surely hear it and come...
All right, everyone. Let's take our seats. This meeting of the Bell Tower Council is called to order. Woodrow, any new business for the council? No, Woodrow. You'll want to talk to Blake in maintenance. I think he's busy fixing the leaky pipe.
Gabe, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I thought I'd start a Bell Tower Society.
In only 30 minutes?
Well, yeah, since we're stranded and no one can help us.
Gabe, God will help us.
By sending a rescue party?
Maybe. But Pastor Pete says God sometimes provides inspiration to help find our way. Wait, where did you get those clothes?
Apparently all the pageant costumes are stored up here. I thought they could help keep us warm as the freezing, unforgiving night descends.
Are there many?
Tons. Why?
Because I think we do have everything we need. Look.
Oh, I get it. You're thinking we can just tie all these costumes together and make a long rope to climb down from this window like they do in the movies, which is so expected, not to mention incredibly dangerous. I see. Well, perhaps we should have the Bell Tower Council weigh in on this. Looking good, Leo. Your science projects get more incomprehensible every year.
Thank you. Let's just hope things go better than the last science fair.
Why? What happened last time? I thought you won first prize.
Oh, I did. Despite the efforts of my rival, Eagle Eye Edwards. So you see, entropy, or disorder, is always increasing within a closed system.
Hey, Leo, is your project about rapid eye movement? Because it's putting everyone to sleep. Ha ha ha.
All right, Eagle Eye. What did you study for your project?
Oh, right. Well, how about the sweet science of archery?
Wow, something about archery. How unpredictable.
So, it's a study of physics then.
Sure, why not? I'm about to show how an arrow that's awesome will stay awesome.
You shot my project!
Of course I did, Leo. That's what I was aiming at.
Wow, Eagle Eye really hit an impossible shot like that?
That's not the point of the story, Gabe. Eagle Eye has no respect for science or this science fair.
Then it's really weird that he's over there setting up his project.
What? You've got to be kidding me!
You?
What do you think you're doing?
I'm setting up my science fair project, obviously.
Why are you even doing a science project?
I have to. I'm failing my science class. I need it for extra credit.
You ruined the science fair last year. You don't get to come back just because you've squandered your science grade.
Relax, Leo. I already told the judges I was sorry or whatever.
No, not or whatever. That's not a real apology. I won't stand for this.
Then go sit. I need to figure out what I'm doing for my project.
You don't even have a project?
I'm thinking something with archery.
They're letting him do the science fair.
Well, yeah, Leo. The science fair is for everyone. There's no picking or choosing who deserves to be here.
Eagle Eye being here ruins it for everyone who actually worked on their project.
But it doesn't actually change anything. Your project is just as good as it was before he showed up.
Yeah, but,
What if instead of holding a grudge, you tried to help Eagle Eye? You realized the value of science. He does look like he's floundering now that he's taking this more seriously.
This seems kind of science-y.
Just think about it, Leo.
that's not how you use a hammer.
Leo, where are you going with that weird machine? We're supposed to be meeting in the library to go over a presentation on John chapter 12 for this Sunday?
Oh, sorry, Ruby. Looks like I got double booked as I have a church finance committee meeting right now.
You're on the church finance committee?
Of course. Pastor Pete is a big believer in the abilities of motivated kids. Plus, I set up the church's entire Wi-Fi network, so my credentials speak for themselves.
But wait, when are we going to work on our presentation? Whatever.
Hello, everyone. As you may all know, I'm Leo.
And I'm Ruby.
Hi, Toby!
Hi, Monty.
Now, we're supposed to be talking about Jesus' feet being anointed by Mary, but I have something far more pressing to address. Yesterday, I met with the finance committee and discovered some shocking things.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, Monty.
Leo, what are you doing? This has nothing to do with our presentation.
Just roll with me. First, I discovered that this church has money.
Oh, no.
Money that it spends to help people who are in need of things like food, shelter, and clothing, which is wonderful. But we also spend a lot of money on things like the church's mortgage, heating, and even paying our pastors. 2 pastors, in fact. I'm sorry, Pastor Pete, but the people have a right to know that you're getting paid.
Of course, Leo. We pay for the church and the people who work in it. It's our church.
Our church believes in the teachings and deeds of Jesus. Jesus taught us to help the poor and the hungry, not pay for landscaping in the spring.
So what are you proposing?
I'm glad you asked. Here's my big finish.
I was wondering when Jet Boots would show up in his presentation.
We should act as Jesus would. Sell the church and everything in it and donate that money along with our weekly offerings to charity. Oh, and fire Pastor Pete and Pastor Donna so we can donate their salaries as well. What? What? Not one person believed we should dissolve the church and give everything away. How can we say we're following words and deeds of Jesus if we're not actually doing everything he said to do?
Yeah, but if we gave away everything, we wouldn't have this special place where we gather, worship, and share with the whole community.
Well, yes, but Jesus said to help those in need.
Our congregation does help those in need, but he also talked about how important it was to worship God. Worshiping together is what Jesus would want too.
You may have a point. But I still think this church spends way too much on raccoon traps.
You were saying?
Yes, I see it now. All the pieces are coming together.
Oh. Hello, Gabe. I am sorry, is this not where the youth group was meeting?
Hello, Jamila. I'm just sorting through the ins and outs of this Jesus crucifixion. Very interesting.
Oh, wasn't Pastor Pete's sermon so very moving?
Yeah, almost too moving. It's true. Everything that happened in that story was very sad, painful, and dramatic.
Oh, yes, it really was terrible.
And yet Jesus was so calm, almost like he knew it was coming.
Jesus did know it was coming.
I thought I was the only one.
The only one who what?
As if you didn't know. I am, of course, referring to a radical theory that Jesus didn't actually die. It's all part of his master plan to fake his own death.
Oh, that is not...
Jamila, would you like to discuss our radical theories over tea and biscuits?
Biscuits?
Maybe.
Uh...
I like to snack a bit while I unravel massive conspiracies. Do you take lemon or honey?
Lemon, please.
So one big clue came at the Last Supper. The fact that they called it the Last Supper is mighty suspicious. It's almost as if Jesus knew this would be their Last Supper. And at the Last Supper, he says the bread is his body, broken for you, like he knew something bad was going to happen to his body.
His body was broken on the cross.
But I ask you, how could Jesus know that was going to happen?
Well, because...
I mean, one could argue that Jesus knew he wouldn't be able to escape the temple leaders in Jerusalem, that he had just accepted his fate.
Well, yes, that...
But in the 2 days before the Last Supper, outside of Jerusalem, Jesus told the disciples, you know that after 2 days the Passover is coming, and the Son of Man will be handed over to be crucified. How could he possibly have known that?
Because he is Jesus.
Yes, exactly. He is Jesus. Who else could pull off such an elaborate plan to fake his own death?
No, you misunderstand me. Jesus did not fake his death, but he did know that he would be facing great suffering. And he was probably terrified.
But if he knew it was actually really going to happen, why didn't he stop it?
We are not really sure why it happened this way. We just have faith that it did.
So, Jesus really died? Like, died?
He did. It is like Pastor Pete said today. Jesus' suffering reminds us that there is nothing we can experience that is outside the experience of God.
He said that? I must have missed it. I was so wrapped up in making this whiteboard. Jamila, did we just start a Bible study group?
Yes, I think we did.
Who's there? Who is that? Gabe?
How do you know I was here? I took ridiculously extensive measures to break in undetected.
I received an alert on my phone when the air duct security system was activated.
There's an air duct security system?
Of course there is. Its absence would be a tremendous security oversight. What are you doing down here anyway? You weren't thinking of turning on Theological Omega, were you?
Yeah, but only for a second.
A second is all she needs. She's unpredictable.
Relax, Leo. I was gonna control-alt-delete her if she started to take over the world.
Why would you take such a risk?
I needed to answer a question.
What sort of question?
A theological question. The sort of question that keeps you up at night, tossing and turning, unable to rest your weary brain until you find some closure.
What question, Gabe?
How big is God?
How big is God?
Yeah, how big would God have to be in order to be almighty?
We just need a reference point. Of course! God's got the whole world.
Maybe we should just boot up Theological, what's her name?
Assume the surface area of God's cupped hands roughly equal to the surface area of the southern hemisphere of the Earth. That would mean God's body is roughly radii cubed, 1.9 billion square miles.
1.9 billion square miles?
Now we need to measure God's density by measuring how much water God's love displaces during a baptism.
Wait, Leo, all of this sounds completely ridiculous.
Well, it is completely ridiculous.
Wait, what do you mean?
We can't actually measure the size of God. God's everywhere.
Then why have we been doing it?
It sounded like a fun thought experiment.
So God is just too big to calculate?
God is so big that the very idea of big is minuscule in relation.
Oh. Well, now I feel silly losing sleep trying to figure out how big God is.
Just because we can't solve all the mysteries of God doesn't mean it's silly to try and understand. What's silly is that we're having this conversation at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted. We should go home.
Why are we standing here again?
Just waiting for a plot device.
Ooh, there's one.
Hey, Gabe, what's with the giant backpack?
This? It's for my trip.
Your family is leaving for vacation? On a Sunday?
It's not a vacation. I'm going alone to Damascus.
You're going to Damascus? Like Damascus?
Yep. I'm tired of waiting for an encounter with God. I figured since Saul ran into Jesus on the road to Damascus, that'd be my best chance.
Gabe, when Saul encountered Jesus, he was struck blind for days and it basically changed his entire life.
Ugh, don't remind me. He directly encountered Jesus and it changed everything. And here I am, at 11 years old, exactly the same person as I've always been.
That's not true.
Yeah. When you were a little kid, you were probably shorter.
Nope, I'm exactly the same. And at this point, the only way God is going to change me is if I take matters into my own hands.
Leo, can we use your lab to prove Gabe wrong?
Well, that's what it's there for.
Leo's got secret cameras all over town that record pretty much everything.
They're not secret cameras. They're just, well, hidden.
See, right here, Gabe. This is when you wanted to be a little kid again because you thought things were so much better. You don't think that now, do you?
No, of course not.
See? You changed.
But God didn't appear to me in a blinding light. You changed my mind.
I know. I'm super good at that.
What about the time we talked about how we're all part of God's family, even if we aren't directly related to Abraham?
Oh, and remember, Gabe, when I thought being filled with the Holy Spirit meant I could walk on water?
That's right, you did.
I totally did. And you helped set me straight.
But those are all just little changes. Us learning or growing or whatever. God didn't appear before any of us in a ray of blinding light to explain those lessons. We just got all of that from each other.
True, but each of us was acting in a way that God would want, loving one another and helping our neighbors.
So, God sent each of us to help each other?
Well, God certainly sent me. You all would be lost without me around.
See, Leo's weird video archive of everything paid off. Thanks, Leo. And cartwheel, cartwheel.
Why are you keeping all these recordings of us, Leo?
Actually, I was thinking when we grow up, I might make them into short videos that kids could watch. We have some pretty zany adventures that also teach valuable lessons.
Do you think anyone would want to watch those?
Time will tell, Gabe. Time will tell.
I feel so bad for Mimi and Monty. Yeah. I don't even know what to say when I see them at church.
Their family is going through a lot. I mean, their grandma did just pass away.
What's passed away?
It's a nice way of saying someone died, Tot.
Like Mr. Gills?
Yes, like when your goldfish died.
Oh. Mimi's not going to take this well.
I know. She cried for 3 weeks when her hydrangea bush died. And those were seasonal flowers.
And poor Monty. He just bottles things up.
But what do you say?
What can you say when something like this happens?
Should we bring it up when we see them?
Or should we wait for them to bring it up?
And what if they don't bring it up? And we don't bring it up? And then we run out of things to say.
And then we're just standing there, not bringing it up.
And everything around us just gets quieter and quieter.
And then we can't bring it up.
Because we already didn't bring it up before.
Guys, expressing your concern really isn't that difficult. I think you're overthinking this.
Are we, Leo? Are we overthinking it?
Or are we not thinking about it enough? Mimi.
What? Where?
There.
Oh, no. They're almost here.
And we haven't thought of what to say.
Relax. Just follow my lead. It'll be fine.
Hi, Mimi. Hi, Monty.
Hi, Mimi. Hi, Monty.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What was that, Leo? You said follow your lead.
Yeah, you didn't say anything.
I'm sorry. I froze up. I'm not sure I've ever seen Mimi not skip to church.
What do we say now?
We missed our only chance.
It's just like we feared.
We'll see them after worship. I'm sure there will be an opportunity to offer our condolences. Now hurry up, we're going to be late.
Boy, they look pretty distraught.
Yeah. Maybe we can use Pastor Donna's sermon about Tabitha to help Mimi and Monty.
I don't know if that would be helpful.
Why not? Tabitha came back to life.
True, but
Could Mimi's grandma come back to life? And Mr. Gills?
I'm afraid not. But even if someone did come back to life, they wouldn't live forever. Tabitha certainly didn't.
She didn't.
No, she died again eventually.
Mimi.
Hi, Tot. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hi, Monty.
Monty.
Sorry your grandma died.
Thank you, Tot. I'm sorry, too.
Oh, I'm so
we're so
sorry.
sorry.
I'm very
Oh,
sorry
Mimi,
for
oh,
your
Monty.
loss.
Sorry.
We
no, I
all-
didn't know.
Guys. It's all right. Thank you for saying something. It means a lot. How you holding up, Monty?
I have a lot of feelings, not a lot of words.
I'm surprised you even came to church.
Yeah. Didn't you want to take the day off? It's been a pretty sad time. I've cried a lot. But then at the memorial service, people started telling all these wonderful stories about Grandma. And that really helped. It felt like she was back with us again.
We also met the president there, who said Grandma was the greatest person ever.
You met the president?
Yep.
The president?
Yeah, they were state senators together. Your grandma was a state senator? Uh-huh.
A 4-term state senator.
She was a devoted conservationist, too.
She loved to protect animals and trees.
There's even a state park named after her, Munkle Meadows.
She has a park named after her?
Your last name is Munkle?
Uh-huh. And after she retired, she started a clothing charity, Plaid for the People. They make shirts for people in need.
Wow, she sounds like a really special person. I can't imagine what you're going through.
It's been really hard. I miss her a lot. But one of the things that helps is thinking each morning, Mimi, what would Grandma be doing right now? And the answer this morning was she'd be at church.
Really? Right after losing someone?
Oh, yes. Her devotion to God is what led her to help people and serve her community. So we wanted to be here today with all our friends.
Well, we're glad you're here, Mimi.
You bet. I'm so inspired by her life, I've decided I'm going to enter politics. I even made buttons.
Wow.
That's great, Mimi.
You do know you need to be 30 years old to run for Senate, right?
Of course I do. But if I start campaigning now, I'll have the edge. Vote Mimi.
I'm gonna be a Supreme Court Justice,
Those are appointed by the president, Monty.
who I met 2 days ago. I have an in, because my grandma's the greatest.
She is. She is.
can't believe that Pastor Pete's entire house burned down. It's just too awful.
I can't believe that Pastor Pete had 18 different power cords all plugged into one faulty outlet.
He and his wife lost almost everything.
I can't even think of 18 electronic devices Pastor Pete would own. He's terrible with technology.
But what I don't get is, why are we having the Easter sunrise service at his burned down house instead of the church?
Yeah, this is going to be the most depressing Easter since ever, I suppose.
Happy Easter, Ruby! Happy Easter, Gabe!
Mimi, please, show some respect.
Oh, right. Sorry. Happy Easter, Miss Ruby. Happy Easter, Mr. Gabe.
No, Mimi, this is not the time to be super happy. Something terrible has happened.
We need to be here for Pastor Pete as he delivers what will probably be the saddest sermon of our lives.
Be ready to look somberly at the ground and every now and then nod a little bit, like this.
You can do a little head shake, too, when he speaks about the general unfairness of the world, like this.
But it's still Easter, you guys.
Is it, Mimi? Is it?
Yes. I checked the calendar this morning. Twice.
And now we get to stand outside for the entire service.
It's just one tragedy after another. That was amazing! How did Pastor Pete do that?
Speak loudly enough for everyone to hear him? I think they teach that at pastor school.
No, I mean, how could Pastor Pete give such a joyous sermon? I almost forgot that he was standing next to the charred remains of his home.
It's like he said, just because a tragic thing happens doesn't mean it's a tragic story. That's what Easter is all about. Jesus triumphing over death and tragedy.
Plus, people brought food. I saw some egg bake over there.
Yeah, a lot of people are signing up to help Pastor Pete clear away the burned down home so a new house can be built.
Hey, we should help too.
All right, let's do this, team. I'll run home and get some of my dad's new tools.
I've still got half my allowance left from this week. So I'll get some lumber, cement, shingles, drywall, a bulldozer, and maybe a little crane.
And I'll get some plates and forks. For the egg bake, obviously. No time to waste, people. Let's go.
Wait! It's Easter Sunday. Everything's closed.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Yay!